Is Adebimpe Abiodun, and I am the founder and CEO of Bridgebuildaspire. So today's video is on how you can have an amazing 2018. Hold on, wait. Yeah, I said it. How you can have an amazing 2018. Basically giving you my personal tips on how I try to have an amazing how I try to have an amazing year. And I've learned this as the years go by, and I've learned that, you know, a lot of what you go through in life is kind of some of what you reap is what you sow. You can't expect to be successful if you don't do things that challenge success in your life. So yeah, but one thing I always say is that my year will never be successful without God. So God is at the forefront of my success, or me having an amazing year, or me just enjoying my year. So that's one disclaimer. I will never say you can have an amazing 2018 without God. That's your own personal opinion. If you think you can, don't come and battle me in the comment section, but that's just my own personal beliefs. So making sure you pray. There is so much power in praying, and there's so much that prayer does. Prayer bears so much fruit. So it's so important that you do pray and you do try and just tap in, like press for this 2018. Like a lot of the time you see other people with literally they're on Twitter and they're like, whoa, God has blessed me there, God has done so many like great things, and I'm just here. But one thing we can't do is expect to reap something that we haven't sowed. You don't know what that person's been doing behind closed doors. You don't know what they do. You don't know how often they pray. You don't know how often they read their word, whether they go to night vigil. Like, you don't know their story, therefore you can't expect to reap and not sow. So that's one of my biggest things. Like, guys, make sure you pray, make sure you sow, make sure you declare. This is the time to prophesy great things into 2018. 2018 can only be a great year for me, and that's what I claim. And yes, I'll go through trials, but you have to learn to be grateful for those trials, and that's what I'll go into later. So the scripture for that is Galatians 6:7. You reap what you sow. Be not deceived. God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. So that is it. Literally, you can't expect to reap something that you haven't sowed. Don't expect apples if you sowed oranges. That's just the truth. Prayer for the next year is being so, that's intentional. And we need to learn as human beings to be intentional, because when you're intentional, you get to receive product. You get to receive things that you never expected to receive. To plan. A scripture I have is about, so it says, suppose one of you wants to build a tower, won't you just sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? That is a scripture based on planning. That is Jesus telling them, if you want to build a tower, won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? And I hope you get from that, planning is essential. Like, planning is key. To plan is key. I always tell people, and I always tell younger ones who come to me for advice, you need to plan yourself out, because one thing the devil likes is when people have no direction. He likes to just take you round and round and round again. 2017, you constantly learn that you're constantly going through the same thing because you lack direction. You're constantly getting the same grades because you don't even know what you want. So when I say plan your vision. What do you want for 2018? God is ready to grant some of your heart desires as long as it's according to his will. So what are you planning? What's your vision board saying? What are you aspiring to? Who are you planning to meet? What are you trying to declare? Like, what are you trying to declare and what are you trying to declare? I remember the beginning of this year, I said, this year I will launch BBA. And it got to like June, and I said, God, like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I want to give up, but I'm eventually here because I've planned it out. I've said, no, this year is going to be a year of purpose. It's going to be a year of me doing great things. Plan it, say it, and do it, execute it. And honestly, with God, all things are possible. There is nothing that is too much for God. There is nothing that's too much for God. It already says that in Luke 1:37, like, there is nothing impossible for God. So God doesn't go against his word. He's not a man. He doesn't change. There's no way he will say, you know what, today it's impossible for me. If you say you're going to do, I'm sure God will agree with you as long as it's according to his will. So plan and plan and plan again. What are your goals? So many of us are just walking around in 2018. We'll be walking around with no purpose and no direction. What's the point? You're just wasting time, and time is money. And think about it like this. If you plan a vision, I promise you, you will waste less time. You will waste less time because because you'll be thinking about your purpose, you'll be thinking about your vision, you'll be asking yourself, am I walking towards that vision that I set in 2017? At the end of the day, once you do these goals and once you see this vision, it makes it so much more easier for you to evaluate what you want. My journal has most of my goals for this year, and one thing I'm going to do, and I usually do it on the 31st before I go to church, is I evaluate myself. Did I reach my goals? Did I earn any spiritual gifts? Did I save souls? Did I save the amount of souls that I wanted to save? Like, there's just, and like, evaluation is so key. Like, as human beings, like, sometimes we're too prideful to even want to analyze ourselves and criticize ourselves, but I promise it's so important to tell yourself, Bimpe, you didn't achieve this, you didn't achieve that, but hold on, next year you can achieve it. So it's really important that you do plan what you want to be. It's really important, and I promise you, you doing that, I can't even lie, you'll bear the fruit of it. Enjoy your trials. If you learn to enjoy your trials, I promise you, you will begin to love that year, because everything you go through is for a greater testimony. If you do watch my A-level experience, when I was going through that hard A-levels was the worst. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for that season, and I just wish that I even understood more of what that season meant in that season, and I wouldn't complain. I would complain less. Like, a lot of us, yeah, 2017 may have been hard, but I promise you, when you look back, you'll think, wow, that was one of the best years of my life. God taught me this, God put me through that. Like, wow, like, that's amazing. And once you begin to love those seasons, even though it's hard, you begin to reap the fruit of it, because even though you're going through that season, it's a process, and diamonds are cut, dirty diamonds are cut precisely to produce something that's so valuable, and that's what that season is producing. And imagine you discover a diamond this year, would you not say it's one of the best years of your life? And that's what's basically happening, but you're not really understanding that God is producing a diamond. You're just seeing the rock, but you need to see the diamond. That was a good one. Thank you. So the next one is to be different. Dare to be different this 2018. Dare to be different. If you said you're going to launch a company and you're scared because it's different, do it. If you're scared you're gonna dye your hair a certain color, just do it. Don't let anything hold you back in 2018. You are in charge of your own life, and you are in charge of your own success. You are the only one who's going to stop yourself from achieving the goals you want. Dare to be different. Dare to be disciplined. Dare to wake up every day at 6 a.m. As hard as it may be, dare to do it. Who is stopping you? You are built for success, and I'm telling you that 2018 is going to be one of the most amazing years of your life. I decree, I declare, and I prophesy, and I speak into your life, and I just pray that you will enjoy 2018 and you'll discover God in a supernatural way. But a lot of the time, we also need to actually commit ourselves to it. We actually need to do something, you know, we actually need to do something towards our goals. Success doesn't just come to people, they work really hard for it. And let 2018 be the time that you work hard. So if you're looking for a title, you need to work for it. And I'm sure 2018 will be the year of grace, prosperity, and just success. And I'm not saying that 2018 will be an easy year, but I'm sure everything you go through will be rewarding. I promise you that. I promise you that. Every trial is for a reason. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I wish you the best for 2018. Start now, start now, and start now, and start now again. Woo! Thank you for watching this BBA video. Make sure you like, you subscribe, and you share with all your friends. Thank you.
Oh, my soul, worship his holy name. Sing like never before. Oh, my soul, I worship your holy name.